We're an all-female paranormal investigation team. We started as a team of four. We're a team of three now. That may or may not change. Um, we all kind of me myself, me, me myself and I. Me and Emma and AD. Obviously, me and Emma are twin sisters, and AD we've known since preschool. Was it, Emma?
Something like that, yeah.
We went to sort of play group together, and we've been friends ever since. We went to primary school, like sort of it. Oh no, we didn't go to primary school, but we went to play group, and then went to senior school together, and we were friends all through senior school. Um, and then Emma, you met Tony how many years back?
Uh, 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
But we like to think though that we're just a bit more of colour in the paranormal than the dark.
Yeah.
And very, very fun and have fun with it whilst being serious.
Yeah, I
Yep.
feel like that kind of started a bit of a wave of people being a bit more fun and upbeat, or hopefully we started a little wave of
You
that.
do
But we
notice a lot more people doing that now.
yeah,
Yeah.
there are.
Is Tony a twin then?
No, Tony's link always makes me laugh. I can see Emma kind of laughing a little bit. We all got a link to twins in various degrees. So obviously me and Emma are twins. AD was a twin. And Tony's a Gemini. And it links in that way. And I don't know why it makes me giggle. I think it's because I know Tony's personality, it makes me giggle because it's something that she would say when we're talking about twins, and she'd just be like, I'm a Gemini. It just makes me laugh.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's no offense to Tony there, but when I'm saying it, it makes me giggle because I can hear Tony and her little Tony voice going, well, I'm Gemini, that's my link.
So, listening to your accent, are you both from Manchester area?
Yeah.
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 We're both from, well, we obviously lived together, grew up together because we're twins, but you might notice I'm a little bit more broad than Sarah is. And that's because about 10 years ago, she moved up to Cheshire, was it? More than
More
that.
than that.
So
Yeah,
she's a little bit of the Manx twang now.
yeah, I've lost the Manx twang. Although sometimes I am, yeah, more. Well, I haven't lost all the Manx twang, but
no, but a lot more than I've got.
a lot more than you have, yeah.
When you get to know her, you'll notice it.
Yeah, you might not think so when you don't know our voices.
Right.
When you know us as people, and you sort of, and you hear us both together, you'll see the difference.
Right.
I'm known as the scratchy little mank.
Scratchy voice, little mank.
And I am known as the posh twin, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's always a posh one.
What's your favourite, or what has been your most favourite location that you've investigated?
I've got a few now. My for a favourite for a long time, and it didn't change, was the hotel in Chester. And that was because just the smell and the vibes, and activity aside, I just thought the building was really nice as well. And the story. Yeah.
You've got yeah.
But there is a vibe there.
Yeah, another favourite now though would be Shrewsbury Prison, I think, because I've never felt more frightened there. Well, I felt frightened at the hotel, but the only other place that I felt like that was at Shrewsbury Prison.
Yeah, I would agree with that actually. I'd say Shrewsbury Prison would be up there with me. But I think that might be because it's such a massive building as well. That when you're on your own, you are on your own. And so it feels, and you had that thing down your ear, didn't you? Remember that, like, chattering down your ear?
Yeah.
And yeah, Shrewsbury Prison's up there. I would say Keighley streets do give me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. Like, it doesn't give me that does creep me out as well.
Because of the history, I think, though. The more history.
Yeah.
It's like East Drive, people will say, oh, East Drive, but there's not much history there. It's just a phenomena, but it's not a historic place.
Yeah, exactly. There's loads of traffic at Shrewsbury Prison as well. Like, over the years, there's a lot of footfall, and there will have been a lot going on.
Back though, dates right back. That's what I mean to the hanging. They've still got the gates at the beginning where the
and there's still bodies.
Yeah. Well, there's an interesting theory there. I mean, that's how all ley lines start.
Yeah. That's why I think you get a lot of haunted pubs and haunted because obviously a lot of pubs and things used to be, when you look at the really older pubs, they used to be like inns, and there was a lot of footfall throughout those, and I think a lot of haunting has a link to just how busy it was, the footfall, the traffic of people passing through. And when you think about all the organic evidence you get, like the footsteps and the knocking, and sort of, I can't think of the others, but footsteps and knocking and banging, they're all things that are very repetitive, that have just kind of been sealed into the building maybe for however long.
Yeah, sealed into the energy of the place.
Yeah, that's on tape. Yeah. So, yeah, areas with heavy traffic.
Best piece of evidence so far?
Ooh.
I'd say we've got two. One was one that you could argue if it even is evidence, but we can't explain both. So the first one I would say is the shadow figure. I think I've sent it to one of you. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah, from Keithley.
Yeah, in Keithley. So again, it could be a reflection of something, one of us, or something we were using, but it looks like a figure that walks through a lens flare. But again, that brings the question about light and reflections, and did it open up a window? Could we see something that we couldn't for that split second? I don't know the science behind it, but we couldn't explain it. The second thing, my favourite, was the voice at Shrewsbury Prison down my ear. Again, that was a personal experience. Although we did catch it on camera, I can only explain the physical feeling that I heard down my ear, and I can't prove that.
Emma, can I just ask a quick question at this point? Was it your left ear by any chance?
Yeah, it was.
Yes, always the left. It's always the left ear.
And it was like we were filming, and I just felt like something came right up to my ear and went down my ear.
Yeah.
And I jumped up, and I was like, oh my God. But I had my camera filming, thankfully. We got two angles because Sarah was filming and I was filming. And the one that I had, we picked up, but you could actually hear the breath noises of the mouth movement through the camera.
It was like the mouth movement is what you could hear, the lips moving. But yeah. I would say as well is, I know it was a long time ago, it was before the pink. In fact, it was the day we introduced the pink, Emma, is when we went to East Drive. We experienced movement in the kitchen that we can't explain. And me and Emma were, how many people did we go with? About 8 people, including me and Emma. And we were downstairs in the living room, and they were all upstairs. And we heard rattling of drawers. We heard something was moving in that kitchen. And we couldn't prove it because we'd had 2 cameras that day. And we set up these mobile units. Oh no, we just had the one camera, didn't we? We set up this mobile camera unit, and it was on the piano facing the kitchen, but it only triggers with motion. And the motion that we thought it was the oven door moving, but it had just cut off the oven door, so it wouldn't have triggered.
It was the kitchen counter like sticking out, so it covered them. If the oven door didn't move, it wouldn't have picked the motion up.
No, so we didn't get it, but we caught it from the other side of the room. But we can't prove to anybody what that was. But there was definitely something moving in that kitchen, and we heard chattering and clanging, and for us, it was a personal experience, but we will never convince anyone because they weren't there, and we can't prove what was on the other side of that door. But for me, that was one of the biggest moments for me. And obviously that's the shadow figure at Keithley. Because like I said, I think we've got this theory about like light thinning the veil, like lens flares and light flares kind of thinning the veil a little bit. And with the use of a camera, that we couldn't see that in person, you could only see that through your camera, it's enabled us to see it, like not with our human eye. So it's but again, all these things it's either too good or not good enough, or there's never a kind of, you can't ever justify what you've caught other than yourself. So
Is it? I know you've said they're the best pieces of evidence that you've got so far, but which has been the most active location, if that makes sense?
Over the whole time, I would say, and now I've been to more locations and I can compare it to somewhere, we did get a lot of evidence. The flower shop, maybe for EVPs.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Gave,
we did a private. Yeah, it's I think it's been done before, but it's not like a lot, and it's not a location you can go and hire. We just sort of, you knew them, didn't you, Sarah? Did you know Jen?
Yeah, Chris. It was Chris who
Yeah.
gave us the contact details for a lady who owned a flower shop in Whitchurch, and she is built on a Roman road, and there's a well under it, and there's like sort of tunnels for the monks and things like that, and she gets a lot of activity. Yeah, and we had there's lots of strange things that happen with the CCTV cameras, and we experienced one while we were there, didn't we? We had this flag that had to investigate up like a background for photography, and it fell on the floor, didn't it? And we immediately reviewed the footage to see what the bang was, and from this flag being folded up, a heavy fabric on the table to being on the floor, we lost like 14 seconds of footage instantly. So we just saw it on the table and then saw it on the floor, and it was things like that. Whenever there's activity, the footage cuts and she can never see what's happened in that gap. And we saw it in real time as well, didn't we? So we obviously we couldn't explain it until we experienced it, and it's like just disappears. Time just disappears on the CCTV instantly. And then we caught some EVPs down there as well. One of them sounded like a lady that said, "I love you so much," and it's so clear, and it was down my ear. But this one, this was my right ear that heard it down, and it was really clear. And I freaked out and flew myself across the room. And you hear it really clear on the camera. But so that was active.
I've seen that you've both got, how can I put it, alter egos on Halloween. Can you tell us a bit about the Sanderson sisters?
Oh.
How did that come about?
Whatever.
A couple of Halloweens ago, we just thought it was me and my sister and my brother, actually. We did a bit of a cosplay at a party. And we said, oh, we could do door visits like this. We could, go and raise money for charity or go and make a bit of money. And Sarah does a great winner. She might let you see it in a minute.
No, I haven't. About September time, the winnie starts slipping out slowly, but until then, it's very difficult. She starts defrosting.
Yes, the four of us. Obviously, when we were a team of four, me, Sarah, Adi, and Tony, every Halloween we get dressed up as the Sanderson sisters. The Sanderson sisters and the zombie Billy, and we go door visits for children for like £5 a child. It is, and we just sort of give them a gift, and it's real fun. Last year around a shopping, what do you call it, like a shopping precinct for a bath company, and we just did it for free. I think it was for free at the time, that one, weren't it? And we just gave out leaflets, and we got an ice cream for free off this ice cream guy with an exchange for a ticket.
No, I don't know if it was for free, that one.
Oh, well, I can't remember.
We were on a time scale. I remember you shouting at us.
Yeah, we've got big plans for it this year, though. We're going to do it on a slightly different scale.
We did a gig, was it last year or the year before? We did a gig in Scunthorpe.
Oh yeah, we did a tribute. It was a Sanderson karaoke night. Yeah,
we did a full performance on the stage. I was singing every song in the style of Winnie. Hello, it was really good. It was good. Hello, Scunthorpe, like that. It was really good. But I literally can't do it without my fake teeth in. Honestly, when I put the fake teeth in, I made them myself. But until I put the teeth in, I just can't do a Winnie without them, Emma.
I tell you what I'd like to do, though, a Halloween special. I think the Sanderson sisters need to visit a few locations.
I agree, Emma.
Oh, yeah.
That would be so funny.
We don't get
people would love that. Yeah. But yes, we have every year without fail, don't we? And then some girls last year, actually, some little, because we get a bit of a following of younger teens, sort of 12 upwards, generally like to watch us, don't they? And a few from Junior Paranormal watch us, and a few local watch our things as well. And I mean, we're poppy and girly and pink, and it's all fun, and like I can see why it would appeal. and they came to see us as the Sandersons at Tesco. But actually, because we were also like to investigate. But yeah, so we do Tesco as well. We go around Tesco singing. And last year when we did it, we had a few little younger fans who'd come to see Twinvestigate as the Sandersons.
We do actually appeal to the younger generation. I know that one of my girls in primary school, because I've got 5 daughters, 3 of them in the classes, their parents and them watch our YouTube channel. So it's sort of a bit cringy. They also see me out with my pink and being the everyday mum running the kids to school, but at the same time, it is a younger generation that seem to really like watching us.
Well, it injects a bit of fun into the whole thing, isn't it? But you're maybe appealing to that generation of kids that wouldn't generally watch anything like that because they don't want to be that serious at the minute.
Yeah.
But maybe this is a gentle. Maybe you're the gasket between fun times and serious stuff. And who knows what may come of that? You know.
Exactly. It's seen as a bit of a. I suppose if you're a young girl as well, and you think about like ghost hunting, as people put it, like it's like always a boy thing. But when you see girls doing it, like women doing it, who are sort of bright pink, poppy, fun, girly, it's different. It's a different angle for them to introduce them to ghost hunting. But I mean, I said that we've got very different personalities, and we're all very outgoing, and we're all bold and bubbly in our own ways. And I'm like, we're not too dissimilar to sort of cartoon characters. Like you can see a little like Scooby-Doo meets Ghostbusters.
Well, you know, obviously you've got the pink uniforms. Can you tell us a bit about the inverted cross on your uniform? Why? Do you like St. Peter or something? Is that what it is?
Well, there's obviously that link, isn't there? But no.
It originally, people see it as like an occult sign or anything like that, but it actually originally was supposed to be the T in the Twinvestigate, but we just flipped it, and then we thought, oh, it looks like an inverted cross, so we'll just use it. But
and then
panic. It just
Then the more reference people made to it being like an inverted cross and all of that, and we were like, all right, then we just kind of ran with it because
it was going to be like Twin Investigate T and an I in one, and we just put the 2 lines together, and then next minute it's I don't know where it comes from, but that's what it is.
Yeah, and people obviously they say, oh, it's the occult, and to be fair, it sparks interest from people as well. Like it makes them it does make them go, why are you wearing an inverted cross? Sort of, it's obviously not all. It's been very commercial. It's very Hollywood, isn't it?
And it's also like it can be seen as a sign of I think it's like the pentagram, like a sign of protection in witchcraft, and we do practice a little bit of that sort of stuff with AD and Tony, but nothing of any, full moons, and we make moon water, we do rituals, crystals. It's sort of also a bit of us. It's nothing satanic.
No, it's not. No. You can find us on the top of Beeston Castle.
Well, yeah, honestly, in the one of the best moments I ever experienced was we went to Beeston Castle just before closing, and the sun was going down at that time of year at like 4 o'clock, and last entry was 4. We went up, we got to the top, it was empty, it was cold, it was windy. Next minute, it starts thundering and downpouring, and we take our shoes off. We've got these little dresses on, our coats go flying, and we're running on top of the ruins of the Beeston Castle. All a little bit, I suppose you could say, satanic. I don't know, but
I don't want to say it was satanic, Emma. I think it was more just manic.
One of the best experiences.
Yeah.
I can just imagine someone just walking past, just walking the dog, just instantly out trying to get home and seeing that and thinking, excuse me, what's going on there?
Exactly, yeah.
That's odd.
Yeah, exactly. But the amount of times that we'd been there, we kept saying, I'd love it to rain while we're up here. I'd love it to downpour. And the next time we go up, the heavens just out of nowhere just opened, and we were like, oh my God, this is what we've wanted for so long.
Yeah, it's a very spiritual place, Beeston Castle. I love it there. I don't live too far from there. I'm about 25, 30 minutes or so, and I absolutely love going up there. I don't know a massive amount of history about Beeston Castle, but there's something about it every time I go that just draws me to it. It's really interesting. But Yeah, it does feel very spiritual.
Have you been up this kind of end, East Yorkshire end, where Cave Castle is before?
No, I don't think we have. I think the closest we've ever got to, is it near Hull?
Yes.
Yeah, not too far. Yeah.
Closest.
Oh, it could have been.
I don't think it was
I'll have
that
a look on the maps. Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
we were. It might be the total opposite end of the map, but I'm sure the closest we've been up there is there.
Yeah, we've been loads. Yeah, we have been. Where did we go? Where did we go in Sheffield? I'm sure we went somewhere near Sheffield.
Yeah, we did. I don't remember, but when you open up our photos on our maps, there's just
a care home.
Oh yes.
So I'm just having a look. I knew we'd been somewhere. So we obviously nearer to Sheffield. We went to an abandoned care home, and we did not explore that to its full potential at all. But that was last year at some point, wasn't it? And that was an abandoned care home just outside of Twinvestigate. Where was it?
A year this was.
I can't see whereabouts it was. Not too far. Eccleshall, near there. Eccleshall, is that right? Somewhere near there. But there was an abandoned care home and it was huge, and there was a break in the window, and in we went. Obviously,
we've got to say that for legal reasons. Oh, the window was wide open.
Just as it was. Wow.
There were no signs anywhere, Rossifer.
Yeah, well, we always like to cover our back with that, actually. So what we do is we start filming way before we get there, so we can prove if we ever get pulled that, look, the gate was open or this was like that. But yeah,
we try anyway. Yeah.
Have you seen the photographs of Cave Castle? What we put up?
I had a look the other day. Actually, I think we've actually booked a hotel to stay there that night.
Yeah,
we booked Cave Castle.
Oh, you booked a room?
Yeah, we booked a room. It actually looked really, really nice.
It's a beautiful place, actually. It is really. I mean, the photographs don't lie. It's beautiful.
What made you choose there? Because it's a stunning place. It's like it's not. I mean, not what made you choose there because it's a stunning place, but like, what drew you to that building? It is a stunning place. It's just. Does it have history? Is it paranormal? Is it?
It's haunted. It's meant to be.
Yeah. Room 23 is supposed to be really haunted, so I of course I snapped that up.
I was going to say.
Yeah. But no, I mean when Mark and I were throwing ideas at the wall and seeing what would stick for this kind of thing, I mean, Cave Castle kept coming up, so we said, right, let's just go up and have a look. And ask a few questions and this, that, and the other. And it just seemed to be a no-brainer, because if you're from this area and you're having a massive celebration or a big party or you're getting married or anything like that, it's Cave Castle. You always push the boat out when you go to Cave Castle, because they've got all the amenities, they've got lovely rooms, it's a proper hotel, and it's just a lovely place. It's a lovely place to stay. So we went up and had a chat, didn't we, mate? And then it was kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, I think we booked it on the spot. Yeah, we'll take it. It's brilliant.
It's going to be really good there. It's stunning.
What are you guys going to be talking about at Parachat?
Oh, well, it's like, obviously we're interested in the history side of things, and obviously we like to represent the ladies, the females. So we've gone down the route of this time talking about the weird history of certain paranormal, dark history of the women, whether it's the true stories, the urban legends, just the weird and wonderful women of paranormal. So that's what we're.
Yeah. No. So yeah, all the quirky women over time, all the sort of Victorian. What should we call them? What should we call it? All the women in the Victorian times who have said, "I'm gifted," or "I'm all that kind of stuff." Witches.
I hope Madame Blavatsky's included in your. Included.
She is now.
She is now.
She is now.
Yeah, she was one of the biggest. She was brilliant. Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
All the weird and wonderful women over sort of paranormal and dark history. We are going to cover.
Yeah, I mean, I've just completed a parapsychology sort of a course, and I learned a lot. Don't ask me any names because I've got autism and ADHD, and it goes in one and out the other. But I passed. But I've learned a lot about the women in the early days of paranormal phenomena, and there was a lot of women who set off a movement as well. Especially modern day paranormal phenomena. So modern day paranormal investigating. What were they called, Sarah? Now
the Fox sisters.
The Fox sisters, things like that. They
God, yeah.
Things like that kind of thing is what interests me. And there's a lot of women in the early
Margaret and Catherine.
Is that the names?
Yeah. I don't know too much about them. I just know that they kind of
that they set off the modern day version of what we know today of
they cracked the toes and everything, didn't they? They came out later about it being a hoax. Or it's
like
all of the methods.
Yeah. But
interesting.
I'd like to intertwine it though with perhaps any locations that we've done, and then finding out if there were any old historic places to link that in with stuff that we've done. But again, that comes down to if there is anything. But definitely can't wait for our talk.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you like obviously you cover ghosts and spirits? Is there any other topics? Because I know your partner Greg is into UFOs and things as well.
Yeah, obviously he's part of the Pursuit of the Paranormal podcast, and he's a lot more sort of UFOs and sort of all of that side of things. He thinks they're intertwined, and he believes in both of them. He says he's more paranormal, like ghosts and things, more than he is UFO and UAPs and all of that. But I'm not. I've never had like a UFO or a UAP or any abduction experience or anything to go off. So I am more ghost side of paranormal because I've never really seen anything in the skies that's made me question things. I've not had an experience, but you have, haven't you, Emma? So
I have, but it was many, many, many years ago when I was like a teenager with my first boyfriend, and we were sat out at near Buxton somewhere, I think it was, and we were out with a few friends, and there was these, like you explain it, the triangle shape with the 3 lights, and they just floated overhead, and we were like, what is that? And then one by one they just shot off and disappeared, and that's it. And we were all weirded out. We were like, what was that? That's the only thing I've ever experienced that I can't explain in the sky.
Really?
But yeah, it was, I don't really believe in. I don't know if I believe in UFOs as much anymore than when now I'm into the paranormal. But
you know what makes me laugh with that?
Go on, what?
I always think to myself, there's more chance of there being UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call it, and aliens or other life. There's more chance of that, really, when you think about it, than there is ghosts and spirits. And I always think,
all you have to do is, if you want a bit of homework, look at the Drake equation. It's fascinating. Yeah.
We went to, it's funny you say that. We went to Oxford at weekend, and where Greg's from, and we were in is it the Potts River Museum? We were in the museum anyway, and there was a big thing about the Drake equation. So yeah, we were. It's just with you mentioning it, then I thought, oh yeah, I did mean to look into it properly, but yeah.
What's more of a chance? Something alive being out there that we haven't found yet, or someone dead still being alive? I know which way I'd go. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've got all the technology really to put something out. Like as humans, we've got human capable, comprehensible technology to fly out into space. So what's to say that something else out there isn't doing the same but more advanced? That's more powerful than. We always talk about this, and because obviously he does like the UFO podcast, we'll call it. He does a lot of UFO stuff on his podcast, and obviously I'm very paranormal, ghosts and all that, and we always have that discussion about how one's more probable than the other, but more people believe in the one that's less probable, and like it's just I think you need to have an experience though, don't you, to be able to stem off that belief, really. I think
that's how most interests start though.
It is. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Are you both believers or skeptics? Are you on the fence?
I have swings and roundabouts. I am not a skeptic. I'm in between. Well, no, I'm in between a skeptic and a believer. I don't know if there is such thing, but I'm not an 100% believer, but I'm not a skeptic either. I've seen too much to not believe or to be on the fence, but I've also not seen enough to fully believe. I'm in that middle ground. And sometimes I think, like we lost our mum at the beginning of May, and I'm like, of all people, she would tell us. So and then obviously we've not really heard anything, and we're like, oh, that throws your belief into question. And so I think I'm in between skeptic and full believer. I don't think I'll ever be a full believer, because that would be the end of my paranormal investigations. That would take the fun out of it for me. I'd be like, yeah, I've experienced it, I believe it, and I'd be like, what am I trying to sort of do? I don't think anybody who does paranormal investigation is a full believer, because they wouldn't be doing it really.
Yeah, it's just a hard thing to prove paranormal anyway. So no matter what, you can always argue that the human brain just it can't comprehend whatever it is we're trying to find. So we'll never have the capability to 100% prove it. Like it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just.
I have said that the paranormal to me. I always said the paranormal to me is not. I don't think it's a scientific thing. I think it messes with some elements that we have here as in the physical world, but I don't think it's science proven. I don't think it ever will be, because it's paranormal. We can't see it. We can't sort of feel it, touch it, smell it, see it, whatever.
Have you got any upcoming projects that you'd like to tell us about?
We have a few.
Me and Emma have a little thing that we want to do about grief and the paranormal and looking for our mum.
But it's just,
and that's all we'll kind of say for now.
Yeah. Well, it's quite funny actually, because obviously when we lost our mum, we were in communication with our funeral director, and me and Sarah, very bluntly, he's become a friend now, Michael, and we befriended him, and we were asking him all sorts of questions. Have you ever experienced anything while you were while you're doing what you need to do? And he answered, yeah, he has, and we've got some stories. So we sort of befriended him, and as you do, your funeral director. I'd like to do something with him because of his experiences. I think it's really interesting. I'd love to do it. Like, I've got a qualification in special effects, theatre, makeup, all that, and I did a segment of it for postmortem, and I'd love to do that. But I don't think that it would go down well with myself now. Now I do paranormal, because I'd constantly be out there going, if you're here, say something, do something, give me a knock.
Or maybe if you're tidying someone up in the coffin for an open coffin event, and you decide to get a bit art and crafty, just to try something different. The walk-up vampire, Dracula's laid there, or Frankenstein.
Exactly.
Have you got you've got another Paracon coming up with Ian? Ian sent us some tickets. To come along.
Oh yeah, 23rd of August, isn't it, Emma?
Yeah, 23rd of August.
Yeah.
It was really nice meeting and chatting to you.
Yeah, it was, girls. It's been brilliant.
And we'll meet in person in November anyway, won't we? Properly.
We will.
Yeah, it's been nice to chat.